Oh, Auburn, man. Yeah, you guys had one job to do, man. You guys had one job, and that was to win the Birmingham Bowl, and you guys couldn't even do that. My goodness gracious, man. But congratulations to the Houston Cougars for a phenomenal football season. The American Conference, they're 3-0 now against the SEC. Army won I believe it was Army that won their game, UCF, and now you have to put Houston in that conversation. They're 3-0 against the SEC, which is absolutely insane to me. Listen, I get it. Like these, Florida, Missouri, and then Auburn, those are teams that don't even have more than 7 wins in a football season. We understand that. Those are not really good football teams, but they've competed with some really good teams in the SEC, right? Auburn almost beat Alabama, right? Remember, they were dominating Alabama for like 50 minutes, 57 minutes of the game. I mean, it was you expect Auburn to play a lot better. Florida, of course, they almost beat Alabama. Then Missouri, right? They took us some teams they took us some good competition to the brink. So, those we all know those teams have talent, man. But for those teams to just lose like that, that's sad. Especially when it comes to the SEC. Of course, I support my SEC teams in bowl games. Probably except Auburn, but besides that, I do support some of the SEC teams. I do root for them because if an SEC team loses, then guess what? Everyone's gonna clown SEC fans, the SEC conference, and it's gonna make Alabama. It's gonna make the Alabama, Georgia. It's gonna make Tennessee, Arkansas. It's gonna make those schools look bad. So in the early parts on, of course, I always kind of a little bit root for the SEC teams to win their bowl games. But looking at this game, guys, I mean, Auburn just got, my goodness gracious, Houston put on an SEC showing. 283 yards on the ground. Listen, they're a good football team, right? I mean, there's a reason why they have 11 wins. But Auburn, when it comes to talent discrepancy, it's not even close. Auburn has the better talent. Auburn has faced tougher competition. And Houston just went into the state of Alabama in Birmingham and just absolutely just put a whooping on your ass. I mean, that's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Auburn had the advantage. They moved to a high school practice field, and they and they did their thing over there. But Jesus Almighty, goodness gracious, guys. I mean, this was just unbelievable, man. Auburn had the advantage and everything, and they just couldn't get the job done. They just couldn't get the job done against Houston. 283 yards on the ground. The quarterback, what's his name? Not a good quarterback. He's an okay quarterback, but he's not really a good quarterback. Threw a couple of 2 ugly interceptions. I just don't understand, man, how Auburn lost this game. Well, no, I can't understand because, again, Finley just can't get the job done. Finley can't get the job done. Bigsby had a great day on the ground. I mean, Bigsby was by far their best player tonight. Kobe Hudson dropped a couple of really crucial passes, even though the last one, which was an inside slant, the ball placement could have been a little bit it could have been way better for Kobe Hudson. But my goodness gracious, TJ Finley he's not the answer, right? If you're gonna ride with TJ Finley, he's not the guy. Does he have upside? Yes, he does have some upside with him. I mean, he's 6'6", 260 pounds. The dude has a rocket for an arm. He has the upside, but as far as processing, identifying certain coverages, processing the information that's given to him on the field, he's not that guy. He's just not that guy yet. Who knows? Maybe next year, maybe Harsin can go on there, develop him a little bit. Maybe that staff can develop him, and maybe TJ Finley can be the quarterback that Auburn fans kind of, I guess, maybe not expect him to be, but at least they know the upside that he has, and maybe they do have a little bit of higher expectations for TJ Finley next year. But who knows? Maybe TJ Finley can exceed expectations and be that guy. But they need a quarterback. They need to go to the transfer portal, and they need to get a quarterback. They need to get, right, I don't know what for the most part, early signing day, that is signing day. Early signing day, for the most part, that is the signing day, right? There's recruits for the February period. But let's be honest, like a majority, like 75 or 80, like 75% of recruits sign on early signing day. February, it's going to be tough to get the players that you want, especially that a majority of the players are, a majority of the top players, from the state of Alabama is at the University of Alabama. So it's tough to get the players that you want. Normally, Auburn recruits from that Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi area. So we'll see if Auburn can get some more top recruits. They don't have a bad recruiting class from what I've seen. It's not the worst recruiting class in the world. It could be, I mean, they could be at like USC, but typically Auburn has, top 20, top 25 recruiting classes. I mean, back when Gus Malzahn, back when Auburn was winning 8, 9 wins, they had top 15 recruiting classes. So Auburn has talent. They're going to have a lot of talent coming back from next year, and they're going to be competitive with a lot of SEC teams next year. But man, oh man, oh man, they need to figure it out. They got to figure some things out because we've seen the upside, right? We've seen that Alabama game where they took Alabama literally to the brink, just dominating them, 8 sacks. They got some really good, they got NFL quality talent every single year. And, again, they had 2 first-round cornerbacks in Iganagami. I'm probably pronounced that name wrong, but Noah, and then Roger McCreary is going to be a first-round pick. I think they also had a first-round pick for the 2021 draft. I could be wrong about that, but I felt like they had a first-round pick for 2021. It could have been Noah. I could have got that wrong. But anyway, but the point is that Auburn, for the most part, they produce a lot of NFL quality talent every single year. So again, 6-6, 6-7, it can't be this. It can't be this. If you're an Auburn fan, you got to be disappointed by this season. Maybe not by the effort, because you guys did play hard against Houston. It's not like you guys didn't try. You guys tried hard to beat Houston. You guys just couldn't execute, couldn't get the job done. But you guys need to play better. You guys definitely need to play better. This is a bad season. It is Brian Harsin's first season. You got to kind of, restructure the system that, especially that, you guys fired Gus Malzahn, and you guys got to try to restructure the system there. But, 6-7 cannot be, or 6-6 in the regular season. It can't be the expectation. Auburn has too much talent to win only 6 games a year. They should be at least winning 8 or 9 games per year. Even more, but 8-9 wins should be the standard, at least for now, and try to build up on that, not 6 wins. But anyway, guys, Jet Sports, aka Jan 6. I'll catch you guys in the next reaction. Peace.